Dear friends in Christ Jesus, in today's Gospel, we heard about Mary's visit to her cousin Elizabeth. This emphasizes the point both Mary and Elizabeth were expecting children, special children, children destined to play their role in creating a new covenant between God and humanity. When Mary said fiat at the time of Annunciation, she was aware of her role in the salvific plan of God. Therefore, Mary was the first and most loyal of disciples who accepted the role of Theotokos, the God bearer, the one chosen to be the mother of the Son of God, Jesus the Christ, the Messiah. The story of Elizabeth's pregnancy was no less amazing. Her husband, the priest Zechariah, also received an angelic visitation. Like Mary, Elizabeth had been chosen by God, chosen to bear the forerunner of Mary's divine child. What can we gain for our life today? The message of today's reading centers on the reality of God's call to all of us. We are called to be Christ bearers, Christotokos. It is a vocation which all of us have received. But the question is, are we aware that we too are called to be Christ bearers? How well do we live this vocation? Now, let us reflect on Mary as a Christ bearer. Since the people of Israel were waiting for the promised Messiah, most probably at the time of Mary, many women might have longed to be the mother of the Messiah. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 7, verse 14 says, "Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. Look, a young woman shall conceive and bear a son, and shall name him Emmanuel." She was specially chosen by God. We read in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verse 30, that the angel Gabriel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with the Lord." She was prepared for the plan of God. The Second Vatican Council document, Lumen Gentium, in the article 56 says, "Embracing God's salvific will with a full heart and impeded by no sin, she devoted herself totally. She received Christ and shared Christ through her words and deeds." Mary, in her joy, arose and went in haste into the hill country and greeted Elizabeth. She remained with her for 3 months, serving her, sharing her joys and sorrows. She became the Christ bearer to her cousin Elizabeth and continues to be the same even today. We can also see every Christian as a Christ bearer. Each follower of Christ is called to be a Christ bearer. More precisely, through one's baptism, every Christian is called to be a Christ bearer. The one who has received Christ will certainly radiate Christ's love through his words and deeds. Like Mother Mary, we are called to imitate her model of Christ bearing by our words and deeds. We can also look at every religious vocation is a call to be a Christ bearer in a unique way. Every religious call is a call to be a Christ bearer in a unique way. It is a call to be a Christ bearer in a more intimate way after the heart of the Good Shepherd. Our lives should radiate the joy of bearing Christ by faithful living out of our daily priestly vocation. Yes, dear friends, let us thank the Lord for the gift of priestly vocation to be Christ bearers in a more intimate way, though we are unworthy. Let us ask for the grace to live out our call to be Christ bearers in a more joyful way by our witnessing life.